Hello, you all. We're gonna be talking about betrayal today, and as many of us have had to deal with betrayal. And when it came, you didn't know how to go about it, how to take care of it, what you can do. Although betrayal as a thing really hurts, it can really take you out of you. But there are ways you can deal with it, and there are ways you can handle it, and then you become more strong. So, but quickly, I want to ask you, when you had to go with it, how did you feel? Is it good? Was it bad? Would you want to do that to someone, or would you want someone to do that to you again? How did it hit you? So quickly, if you know it's something you didn't like, I really beg you, please don't try doing it to any other person since you didn't like it. But if you feel okay with it, then I don't know, I won't tell you to even betray someone. Please, let's by all means avoid such things. But quickly, what's betrayal? Betrayal, in simple words, is a breach of trust, a breach of trust. Just not meeting up to your end, not meeting up to your expectations has made you betray someone, especially when there is an agreement. It can be an agreement with a partner, it could be an agreement with a friend, with a colleague, or just some random person you ask to do a job for you, and then the person ends up not doing it, or just doing it somehow and then leaving the remaining part for you, or not even doing it at all, or probably just running away with your money. So when such things happens, you have been betrayed, and then it comes hurting and stinging you. So quickly, who can betray us? Anyone can, anyone, the family, friends, strangers, anybody can betray anyone. So I don't want you feeling like you were too good, you're too beautiful, you're too handsome, you're too kind, you're most pious, you're too good, and as such, nobody can betray. No, it can happen to anyone at any time of the day. Take, for instance, our Lord Jesus Christ. He had to go through his own fair share too. And so, if you're walking in his path, if you're walking on his route, if you're working on the direction so that he took, my dear, I want to tell you, don't think you'll be exempted from that. You have your own fair share of life's troubles. So quickly, like I already said, betrayal can come to you from anybody. It can come to you from anyone. It can come to you no matter who you are, how big or small or nice or whatever that is. Betrayal can just come to you. So that is one thing about betrayal. So of course, in our Lord Jesus Christ's case, we already mentioned, he was betrayed by Judas Iscariot, which we already all know as Christians. Did he know Judas was going to betray him? Of course he did. But in his case, this was a fulfillment of what has been said, of what has been written. And did he start hating Judas for it? No. Did he say, you won't be among my disciples? No. He still accepted him as friend. He still accepted him as part of his clique. He still accepted him as company. And of course, we saw how everything went. Even if he already had a foreknowledge, even if he already knew what was going to happen, he still kept on saying it. And I'm sure at the instance before that happened, Judas already knew he was already having a prompting that he was going to do that, and he didn't opt not to do it. He still willingly went into doing it. So that's one thing about betrayal. It just comes to you and it leaves you hopeless. So how can we deal with it? It could be devastating, especially if it's a partner in a relationship, or if someone just goes away with so much of your money and then you don't know how to deal with it. You don't know if you should cry, if you should laugh, or if you should just go after the person with everything you've got. You don't know how to deal with it. But how can we deal with betrayal quickly? I'm just going to mention some few ways, like four of them, how you can deal with betrayal. If you have more, feel free to incorporate them in the ways that you can deal with betrayal. So quickly, number one of the way you can deal with betrayal is tell it to God. Tell it to God. No one will ever really understand how hurt you feel, how broken you feel, how this whole thing makes you feel, because nobody made you. The person that has made you is God, and it's only God that can ever truly understand your pain. No one knows how strong you really are, or how soft you really are, how emotional you really are, how devastating things could be in you. Only God really knows that. So that's why my number one person is God. My number one solution recipe or solution giver or solution finder is God. So when such thing strikes, just go to Him. If you have to cry, please cry. If you want to be sober, be sober. Anyhow you feel, just tell Him. I bet you He is the only person that will truly understand. He is the only one that will completely and truly understand you. So I beg you, if you are in such a situation, the number one person you take it to is God. And after you've taken it to God, does that mean everything is fine? No. Do everything you can as human. If it's a case that has to do with your money, you might want to report such situations to the police or any other security personnel or any other of these bodies that you know are suited by the Lord to deal with such. And in other occasions too, with his relationship, you just know how you could deal with it as a human being. Everything you can do as human, please do it. But I beg you, don't do anything evil. Don't go the evil path. Don't do anything that is evil. Of course, you can't be praying to God and be evil. They're just two different things. So we'll just do everything good that is human. And before you know it, you see that you are on your way to being healed. Number 3, focus on the beautiful things that you still have. Focus on the beautiful things that you still have. You still have families. Of course, you still have some good friends. You still have some nice colleagues. You still have some nice people. You still have people that care. Focus on this. Focus on these people. Focus on the memories. Focus on relationship. Focus on these beautiful things that you still have, and you'll see yourself turning around. You see things working out for good. You see you coming out better and stronger. And another one I want you to also focus on is to let it go. The fourth way you could deal with betrayal is to let it go. You feel so sad, let it go. You feel depressed, let it go. It bothers you a lot, let it go. In fact, the harder it strikes, the harder you should tell yourself you have to let it go. My dear, you have to fight yourself. You have to fight your being. You have to fight your emotions so that you could still live, you could still exist, you could still be happy. Because if you want to put all of you and dwell on this, it's gradually going to just draw you down and destroy you. So I beg you, just let it go. Let it go. And sometimes when I feel devastated, I feel so oppressed, and I feel so sad, so hurt, and all of that, I have a way of just telling myself, it is well. Like, this word comforts me a lot. I don't know about any other person. It does a lot in comforting me. I have a way of just, it is well. It is well. And I also want you to just try to adopt that. Sometimes when things are just tell yourself it is well. Even when I chat with people and then I hear some kind of stuff, most people already know me with that word, it is well. And of course, gradually things always get well. So please, I beg you, let it go. If you don't let it go, you can't be productive at work. You cannot be, because when you want to work, the thoughts comes again. When you want to do the things you need to do, the thoughts comes again. So you want to just let things go so you can be productive in your family, you can be productive at work, your life generally could still be productive and functional. If you dwell on these things, they're going to swallow you and leave you where you don't even want to be. Take for instance, our Lord Jesus Christ, even after everything, even after Judas Iscariot's betrayal and all, what happened at the end of the day? How was it taken care of? We could see that even the money that was used for the betrayal was used to buy a graveyard. You can just see how bad it is. And of course, we also saw the end of Judas Iscariot. He hung himself. So you could see how terrible things can be. But if you tell it to God, if you let God take care of it, tell you, it will just come out better. You just come out fine. You just come out good. Don't think God is going to be merciful and kind and nice. No. God deals appropriately with every situation. But one thing is, you have to deal with yourself on how you handle it so it doesn't destroy your life. Of course, Jesus Iscariot died at the end of it all because of what he did. So when people betray you and let it to God, just trust that God will take care of it in his own way. So keep being beautiful, keep being stunning, keep being good. I bet you all are gorgeous, you all look good, you look great. I love you all, I love you all, I love you all. And one thing, obey God and keep his commandments.